At the time of recording this, I'm still sober. I've not broken my sobriety, but I've already decided that I'm going to. And it's kind of funny, but those birds over there calling interrupted this video whenever I first started it. It's almost like they're trying to stop me from making this video. I'm sorry, birds. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm sorry to disappoint anybody who's been watching me along this journey of sobriety. I made it about 3 months. And I'm gonna explain why I'm breaking my sobriety in this video. And if I plan on trying to quit again, what happened. So, the past couple weeks, I've been feeling worse. Whenever I first quit, it was hard, of course. I've been smoking for like 20 years, weed and nicotine. And I also quit caffeine and all processed foods, or most processed foods, all at the same time, cold turkey. And so it was really hard those first couple weeks. And I was really proud of myself and excited, and it felt really good after I got all those toxins out of my system. And then I was also starting meditation consistently and some yoga and certain things like cold showers and things that were just really enhancing my life. And so after the first month, I really did feel like I was just getting high naturally, like higher than before. But after a couple months, the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been feeling like worse withdrawals, psychological, some physical, like cravings, some irritability, depression, emptiness, just a strong craving to really smoke again. And I made a couple other videos. One is public, another one's not going to come out for like another month from now. So I'm leaving that up so whenever it does come out, y'all can see where I was at then, and also so I can have consistent videos to publish. And in that video, I mentioned how if I do start smoking again, I'm not going to start for another year. But then as the weeks went on, these withdrawals didn't go away, and it just kept like pushing at me and breaking me and pushing at me. And so eventually I got sick, and I've been sick for about a week now. And I don't know if that helped. I don't think it did. It kind of just broke me even more. You see, just these past 3 months, I've been grinding and doing so much, and I've been uploading so much. I have so many videos already pre-uploaded. Like, I'm super prepared at this point. But I'm really missing any point of just sitting down and enjoying myself how I used to. And I'm not able to find a way to enjoy myself and to feel high. Even the natural high that I was feeling after a month of quitting. And so I keep finding myself daydreaming, going back to smoking, and being able to just sit and relax and enjoy myself. And I'm also daydreaming playing video games again, and just actually taking time away from being so dead serious about working hard on building my dream. But I must say, I'm not going to give up on the music, on the video series that I'm creating that's coming out in 2026, on everything that I've been working hard towards. I'm going to continue to work hard towards it. I'm going to continue to save money. And Another important thing, another reason why I've lasted this long through these withdrawals that came back is I'm getting my son for a month, and I want to have good sleep, or at least wake up the same time he does, because he usually wakes up pretty early, like 7 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. And so whenever I have him for a month straight this summer, I want to make sure I'm waking up the same time, because whenever I used to smoke, and I would smoke after my son went to sleep at 10 p.m., I'd stay up sometimes till midnight, then usually I wouldn't wake up till like an hour after he woke up, or 2 hours after he woke up. And if he's here for a whole month and I'm not waking up for an hour after he wakes up, that's like 30 hours, a whole day that I'll be missing out on with my son. So that's something that I'm for sure gonna make sure that I don't miss out on. I don't even care if I'm tired, I'm gonna wake up. But one thing I'm gonna start doing that's different this time, or attempt to do, is not smoke 3 hours before bedtime, because I know that will help me get better sleep. That will help it not be in my bloodstream as much, or whatever. We'll see how that works. But I know mind over matter thing, as long as I set in an alarm and I tell myself I'm not gonna miss out on that time, then I know I can do it. And there's a couple other things. I have a song coming out in like a month from now that I wrote after 1 month of quitting. It's called Higher Without Weed. The irony right now is I'm about to start smoking weed again because I feel like I can't be higher without it. But I wrote a song like 1 month into my sobriety, whenever I felt like I was higher without weed. At that point, I felt like I don't ever need weed again. But then, for whatever reason, another month later, almost 2 months later, because I stretched through it. I really did try to make it through it. I started to feel worse, and I think it's called pause, like post something withdrawals. It usually happens to chronic smokers, and I've been smoking for like 20 years, since I was 13. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave that song up for multiple reasons, so I can have consistent things to upload, so I can still be further ahead, so I can look back on it and remember how I felt whenever I quit and made it through that hump, to further motivate me to quit again in the future. And there was another reason. I can't even remember. I am sick. My brain is not feeling well, which is kind of weird that I'm choosing to start smoking again today whenever I'm sick. But I'm not at the worst end of the sickness. I think I'm at the end where I'm starting to get better. But today's my day off. And I don't have another day off for like, I don't know, to myself in like over 2 weeks probably, because since I get the days off that I have my son, and I get my son every 2 weeks, I usually will end up working like 7 or 9 days in a row, and then I'll get my son for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll spend that time with my son, and then I'll get a day off to myself. But sometimes, most of the time, I do get like 1 or 2 days off throughout the 2 week period, somewhere around there. And I'm getting 40 hours a week. See, I can't even explain this full. I think y'all got it. What I'm saying is it's gonna be a while since I had this chance, and I feel like I'm good enough to enjoy it. So I may regret this in the future. I probably will. I'm not going to be saving as much money. I probably disappointed a lot of people. I probably made other people happy, since other people want to be enabled themselves. They're like, yeah, he's smoking again. Because other people would smoke and watch my channel, I know that. And I don't think they liked it whenever I was saying all the reasons to not smoke, which is fair, it makes sense. And the people who quit, everybody who watches this, I'm sorry. Everybody who watches this and wanted me to be a shining light for other people, I'm sorry if I disappointed you. It's not the end though. I don't know if I'll try to quit again for a while, if I'll hit it once and be like, ugh, I don't even like this anymore. Probably not. I'm probably going to really like it and then fall back into my old ways. And then it will probably be a while until I try to quit again. Because this growth was getting painful. I don't know. It was just, was it even growth? What am I growing towards? Is it even really? I don't know. I'm starting to really doubt like this whole transforming into a better human being thing. I mean, sure, I get that I have an abusive relationship with marijuana, and nicotine is just not necessarily healthy for you to vape. It costs a lot of money. Those are all good reasons to quit. But I think just the dopamine and chemistry in my brain has been very badly changed and damaged to where after months I start to get the pause or post something withdrawals, whatever it's called. And it's just really painful. It's just so hard to make it through these months. And again, this is what I said last time I tried to quit. I feel like I just didn't have the strength to do it. Also, where I live at, it smells like weed every single day. Where I work at, it smells like weed every single day. Pretty much everywhere I'm at, it smells like weed. There's people smoking weed. Maybe not every single day, but what I'm saying is most days. Majority of the days. And it's been triggering me recently. And I've been really feeling those withdrawals. And I've been daydreaming like obsessively about starting again and just escaping away from all this pain, from everything. And on top of how much I've put into trying to transform myself, transformation and meditation and eating right, exercising, being active, uploading videos, recording videos, writing, making consistent music. I've been just constantly doing so much, expecting that it would make me feel better. Because sometimes it has. And there have been times where it has, and I've heard other people and testimonials of people saying, you know, you exercise, you eat right, you do something that you're passionate about, then you'll start to feel better. And then after a couple months, your dopamine and everything goes back to the same. But everybody's different. And for whatever reason, after a couple months, it was like my dopamine went back to the same, but then it got worse. And then it got worse, and then it got worse, and it got worse. And now I'm just sitting here every single day. I've still been consistently working on stuff, even sick. Even this morning, I was typing up and editing some videos. Or wait, no, I did that last night. But today, I did type up and create some visuals and pictures for the video series. And so I've been working on stuff every single day. Even whenever I was sick. I just had that 3-hour-long gig and I was sick. That's another thing. I did not sing well at this gig the other day. And I played for 3 hours. The video is going to come out in like a month. Like I said, I made so many videos that I have back catalog of videos for over a month. And I have a video titled My Worst Performance Ever Because of a Sore Throat. And I think that's one of the things that kind of added to the domino effect, is that I tried so hard for this gig. I practiced every single day for like an hour, almost every single day, besides 2 days before it, because I started to get a sore throat. So I was like, oh, I should not practice today just to save my throat. And I practiced for an hour almost every single day. And then the gig happened and it was just not good, and I could feel it, and it's such a letdown whenever it's like I try so hard to be a better singer, and then I became a worse singer because I got sick, and then I won't have another chance to play in front of those people maybe for another year or so, because that's a gig that probably won't happen for another year or so. And it's just very discouraging. It's very frustrating. And it's very burnout-orific, if that's a word. I've put in so much work and effort for very little to no yield or anything in return besides pain and suffering. And now it seems like the easiest way out is to just smoke. But part of me is still thinking, if I just stuck through a little bit longer, I might feel better. If I could just last another couple weeks, I would probably not regret it. If I could last past that month that I have with my son, it would be a lot easier for me to wake up early. It'd be a lot easier for me to not have to worry about going into the other room to hit my vape. Or whenever I take him to Six Flags, worry about how I'm gonna carry my vape, or if I'm gonna try the pouches for the first time so I don't have to vape in front of him. I'm gonna tell my son though if I do start, because I told him I quit, so I'm gonna tell him that I started again, but I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna try to not do it in front of him, just because I want to be honest with my son. I don't really want to have to hide anything, but I don't want to do it in front of him. There's that stress, but then there's the stress of me staying sober and then constantly daydreaming about an escape. And it's really hard being surrounded by the smoke, or being surrounded by it, the smells, the smoke every single day where I live, where I work. So it makes me think I can try to quit after I move out. I'm trying my best. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go buy some weed and a nicotine vape after I stop this video. Or maybe I'll decide not to, but about 99% sure that I will. Either way, I will not give up on this journey. I'll be back to this sobriety journey one day. Thank you everyone who's been there, and I'm sorry if I disappointed you.